Who said Reef couldn't get it like this? Who said I couldn't hit the club like this? Ooh, she melanated. Ooh, she melanated. Yeah, she melanated. Ooh, she melanated. You better.
Hi, budget babes. Ew, my nail looks so gross. Oh my gosh, let's ignore it. Hi, budget babes. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here or returning, my name is Jaliyah.Kreationz, and we're going to be doing how to break down and end your budget for the month, or wrap up your budget for the month. So guys, I usually do this on TikTok every single end of the month. I'm going to do both. I'm going to do a TikTok, but I wanted to leave this here because I think I'm going to do this as my new series. Every single end of the month and beginning of the month, show you guys how to set up my budget and end my budget. I feel like it's only right if I do that. It feels weird if I don't do that. So I wanted to put it on YouTube so anybody can go back and watch it again. I know sometimes on TikTok it gets lost. I'm probably going to do a playlist, but I don't know, I wanted to do this again. I thought it would be cool. So we're going to go through and show you guys how to wrap up the budget for the month, and then I'm going to do a separate video on how you set up your budget for the month, just so you guys can always go back and watch this. We're going to go through and finish writing some things in my expense tracker, you guys. It is August 30th here. So tomorrow will be the 31st. Usually I don't have anything that I have to put in my expense tracker in those next 2 days, just due to it being a new month starting. So anything else that I spend will start going on my September budget here. So guys, let's get into it. So I hope you guys had a great month. This month went by so fast. I can't believe we're already setting a budget here for August. It just doesn't even seem real. So before we get into it, guys, I'm just going to look over my budget that I set for the month here. And then what we're going to do with this, we're going to write down how much we actually spent, you guys. So I don't want you to be scared of these bank statements. We're going to highlight everything, look over it, and then we are going to close out our budget and write down how much we actually spent in each category. I'm not going to lie to you guys, this month wasn't a heavy spending month for me due to the fact that it was my inventory re-up month. So it was a lot of money that has to go into inventory. So honestly, I was trying to not spend as much on my personal spending. I do have a business expense tracker, and I also have my personal tracker. So if you are a business owner, you understand, like, you know, you gotta have your separate aside for your taxes, but I keep my personal spending aside too as well, just because I can't account for all of that when I'm doing my taxes at the end of the year. So this is just my personal spending. We're gonna add up how much we actually spent, guys. I'm gonna finish off my expense tracker really quickly, just because I last did it on the 24th here, and today is the 30th, so we want to make sure it's 100% accurate. So let's get to it. Okay, perfect, guys. So now that we have all our expenses here, we're gonna get our lovely dovely highlighters. I like to have my keychain on here as like a little bookmark. I just want to be careful because I don't want to be messing up my pages here by having it on the spiral, y'all, but I don't know, I'm just extra like that. I don't know why I wrote the gifts like that. I don't know why I did that. So we're just gonna act like we don't see it, y'all. So now what we're going to go through, we're going to write down how much we actually spent in each category. So this is when it's time to bring out your highlighters, just because highlighting it makes it 10 times easier. So let's get to it. Ugh, that's so cringy. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, let's get straight to it, y'all. I have my calculator here and my highlighters. So we're going to go through and write down what we actually spent in each category. Let's do it. So the main thing I want you to focus on when we get to this part of doing your budget is to make sure your numbers are matching what you have here. So this is why we do a reality check at the end of each month, because we're not going to act like things don't happen. Expenses do happen. So we're just going to make sure that we're not over quoting something and that we're not under quoting something. So just to make sure our bills are 100% accurate, our spending is 100% accurate, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go through and write down how much I actually spent in each category. So first we're going to start with rent here. Rent, I spent $13.73. My budget was to spend $13.73 on rent as well. So we're going to go through and write this in our reality page. $13.73. So guys, since I don't pay any homeowners insurance or anything like that, I'm going to put a 0 there, and I don't pay any taxes on home insurance because I'm not a homeowner. I'm renting. So I'm gonna put 0 here, 0 here. So our total is going to be $13.73 here for our rent. Sorry guys, I'm hoping that the camera's focusing. I'm trying to get it while the sun's going down, but it doesn't want to point at my desk today, I guess. So our total for rent, or our housing, is going to be $13.73. And I'm also going to highlight over here that it's August just because I'm extra. So boom, now we're going to go look at our utilities. How much do we spend on electric, phone bills, and all that good stuff? So we're going to go ahead and put that in here now. So when it comes to our electric bill here, we spent $105. And then our phone and Wi-Fi bill here, we spent $110. So let's go ahead and let's write that in our reality checker here. Okay, hold on you guys, I'm trying to like make sure everything's focused here. So electric, we spent $105. Sewer and trash that I have to pay for my apartment here, I put that into my bills already, so that's already a part of my rent. So I'm just gonna write 0 up here. And then for the internet, I spent $65. In my phone bill, I spent $45. So that puts us at exactly $110 here. So now we're gonna add this up here. 105 plus 110 is gonna be $215. I hope it's not blurry. I hope you guys can see everything. So that's how much we spent on our utilities here. So the next one we have, guys, is our groceries. So let's go through. I feel so weird because I'm so used to being on live and you guys hearing like music or something playing in the background. So I feel so random. I feel so random, you guys. So now we're gonna go through and we're gonna highlight how much we spent on our, I like to use different colors because I be confusing myself here too, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and highlight how many times we went grocery shopping and how much we spent. So we got our Trader Joe's here. This is when I took you guys with me to Trader Joe's. It was $68.42. Then we also have our groceries over here. And guys, when I just put groceries like this, it's probably Aldi. Trader Joe's, the reason why I highlighted that is because there's a Trader Joe's haul. But if it's grocery food, just put it in there. But you guys know sometimes you be impulsively grocery shopping and buying stuff at Trader Joe's that you don't, you know, need for your groceries, if that makes sense. So that's why I put it there. And then we have this grocery run of $16. That probably was random. Probably like some bread or something I ran out of, or some produce. So we're gonna add all this up here, you guys, and put it in our categories and see how much it was. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay. So we got Trader Joe's. I wish you guys could see the camera a little bit better. So we got Trader Joe's here for $68.42. I usually round up, you guys, because I hate cents, but in this case sometimes I just want to make sure it's most accurate as possible. And then $16 here. So that's gonna be $147. Hopefully I did the math right because I was looking at the camera while I was adding it up. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot do both at the same time. I don't know who I think I am. So it's gonna be $147.07. So $147.07 is how much we spent on groceries. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I was not eating out like that this month. And if I did go out to eat, somebody paid for it for me. So let me see here. So yeah, I only have lunch on here for one time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight that. And as you can see, that was already impulsive. Technically it wasn't impulsive. I write impulsive, guys, when I feel like I shouldn't be eating out and I could literally go make something at home. That's when I write it as impulsive. But this was after King's vet vet visit and I didn't eat no lunch, y'all, so I was like, it's convenient. I did have an eating out budget here though for eating out. I'm just scroll so you guys can see it. My eating out budget was $50 for the month, so if I did eat out, it wouldn't have been a big deal, y'all, but your girl be having food at the house, so I be trying to hold myself accountable, okay? And if I do go out to eat, I usually go out with someone and they usually buy my food for me because they taking me on a date, okay? But anyway, so $12 here. And then we're gonna add all this up here, you guys, for our eating out. So add up our full total for food for the month. So $147.07 plus 12 is going to be $159.07. $159.07 here, which ain't bad at all, okay? Ain't bad at all. Ain't bad at all. Okay guys, I'm sorry, my camera had lost focus for a second. Wait, is it better now? Hold on, let me turn it on and off, guys. I don't want you guys to not be able to see. Okay, there we go. So guys, the variable one, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm changing this template in the new planner. It's gonna say subscriptions, credit cards, and I think I still have fun there and gas, because right now I have to write my subscriptions and stuff under the etc. I just feel like it would be helpful for you guys to see it that way. But when I'm doing my etc. here, I like to go through and write down like any of my miscellaneous spending, so you can always cross this out and change it. So for like entertainment here, I'm going to write down when I went to the movies, birthday gifts, I'm going to put that all under the entertainment. And then cosmetics, I'm going to do any self-care I did. So I'm going to speed up this process and just speed through it. And then I'm going to show you guys how I break down my expenses that are not already listed on here, so you guys can always customize this to your liking as needed. So I'm gonna show you guys how to be able to do that too, because we want to give everything a purpose, and then we're going to add it all up just to make sure we're writing down all our expenses correctly and accurately. Okay guys, I wanted to have my keychain on there, y'all, but it was just not working out, so I took my keychain off because it kept falling. But as you can see here, I went and wrote down all those. So as you can see, what we have left is basically subscriptions, website fees, gym memberships, all that good stuff. So what we're gonna do here, we are car insurance. We don't want to forget our car insurance. Our car insurance is our next category, so we're going to go in and make sure we put that in there. This is why I like using highlighters, so I make sure that everything has already been, you know, highlighted. This is why I like using mine. It just keeps me organized, and then it helps me if I forget something too. So I'm going to go through and highlight the car insurance, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to put the vet bill too. So we got car insurance for $114. Let's go ahead and let's add that in here. I don't pay a car payment, thank the Lord. $114 here. Oh, hold on guys, I forgot to add up the categories over here. So $98 plus 65 plus 32 is gonna be $195 here. And then car insurance, $114. And then now guys, this is when we're gonna go through and we're going to break it down and write down these different categories that I don't have on here. I made an etc. spot just because not everyone has the same expenses. So we're gonna go through and I'm gonna categorize this here. So web site fees. We got our website fees, our subs. And guys, usually I don't put my website fees on here because it is a tax write-off for me too, but I like to just add it to fill up my variables for the month because it is a bill that I do pay, or an expense that I do account for each month. So we got our gym membership, our subscriptions, website fees, and then we're gonna put unplanned. And this unplanned is going to be, you know, our emergencies that come up, because we can't impulsively have emergencies here, so we're gonna put that in here. So for website fees, I spent the total of $84. And let me go ahead and highlight all my subscriptions because I did get rid of some things this month, so my budget may not be the same for my subscriptions, because y'all, them subscriptions be eating up that money and I want them gone. So we got one subscription here for $10.81. We got 12 here. And y'all, make sure y'all check y'all Amazon, because Amazon was getting over on me, you guys. I think that's why I had my expense total. I thought I was paying more than I needed to be. Then the last subscription here for $15. So $37 here. Yeah, I did cut one of my subscriptions, so that brought it down here as well. So subscriptions are gonna be $37.81. And then the only thing we have here for unplanned is going to be King's vet emergency here that happened. I did have to go get my car, like my tires looked at, and I'm so glad I had warranty. So y'all, your girl got to pass up an unplanned expense. So now we're going to total up all of these, and then we're going to add up how much we actually spent for the month, and we want to make sure it matches the budget that we set on the beginning of the sheet here. Here it's going to be $209. So this roughly is $209.81. And then let's add up all the categories, guys, and see how much everything totaled to. Oh my gosh, guys, I thought I was recording this whole time and I wasn't, like a Dumbo. But I added up all my full expenses here, guys, and it totaled us to $2265.88. So I'm just gonna round it up to $2266. So this is how much our full expenses totaled us based off our expense tracker here. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm trying to make sure the camera is focusing. So now let's go back and look at our budget and how much we plan to spend for the month here. We plan to spend $23.36, so we did stay in our budget here even with the things that came up, but I think there were some things I didn't do this month. So, you know, some spending that I had here for my budget that I didn't do, like eating out and all that good stuff. So now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go ahead and reflect. I'm gonna do my savings tracking. This is one's gonna be personal, so I'm gonna do that off camera, of course, to myself. But what I do want you guys to do when you have your full expense total here, make sure you are subtracting your budget minus your full expense total. So that way, so take your income, you know, minus your full expense total, and that's how much money should be in your savings jar. So if you're not seeing a number left over, then you need to make sure. I don't write my full income out here since it varies each month, so I'm gonna do that and then decide how much I'm gonna put in my savings each category, in my high yield savings account. So definitely make sure you're taking your income minus your reality check expenses. So you're gonna do the same thing you did on this end over here. How you find your cash surplus, you take your full income minus your total of expenses. You're gonna do that same thing with your actual expenses, just to make sure you put the right amount of money in your savings. And then boom, guys, we also have the debt tracker. I am debt free, so I don't have to fill this out here. So I'm just gonna put debt free at the top. Boom, 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 just like that. And then I'm gonna do my savings tracking jar off camera here, just because that's personal for me. But then we have our monthly reflection. So we're gonna write down, did we reach our goals and all that good stuff, and reflect, and then we're gonna start planning for next month, you guys. This is so exciting. So when you're going over your budget goals, guys, this can be definitely personal. So your budget goal doesn't just mean did you reach your budget that you set over here. Yes, but at the same time, make sure that you're reaching your budget goal as well, because this is the main reason why we wrote our budget. Of course, things happen that throw you off your budget, so that's why you want to make sure you're reflecting. But my goal was to build my savings. Yes, I built my savings, but I did spend a lot of money on inventory this month. So my goal was complete, so I'm going to put yes, I reached my budget goal because I did save as I wanted to. And what were some obstacles that you faced this month? So did you have any things that came up that messed up your budget, that, you know, threw you off here, that you can't, you know, always account for? I'm gonna say one of the obstacles that I had this month will probably just be unplanned expenses. You know, King having to go to the vet. And then that's going to be the same thing kind of with this question too. Did you have any unplanned expenses? And yes, but it didn't mess up my budget because my budget wasn't messed up here. My numbers still matched. So I'm going to go ahead and write yes. Boom. So just like that, I just wrote down because I didn't, you know, eat out like crazy. I didn't spend my whole $200 for my miscellaneous. I cut a subscription here. It didn't mess me up here. So now, what was my biggest accomplishment of this month? This was my biggest sales month ever, so my whole career. So that is definitely one of my accomplishments I have for this month. And I also did want to state too, was I really proud? I was really proud of something this month, and I don't even remember what it was. And I was like, make sure I write this when I'm doing my budget here, and I can't even remember what it was. Oh my gosh, I feel like where did my brain go here? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. Guys, it was something I like was super excited about, and it was a personal goal too, but I can't remember what it was. I don't know, but I'm gonna write that it was my biggest sales month here. So my major goals that I have for next month. Oh, I remember what my accomplishment was, guys. I remember what it was. It was I got my first one of my first orders from YouTube. I just thought that was really cool to know that someone seen my YouTube video and they found my planner. So that's a big accomplishment for me. I'm excited about it. I know you guys are like, why did she blank stare for a minute, y'all? Because I had to think. Sometimes my brain literally is going 20 miles per hour, so I have to tell myself calm down. And then my big goal that I have for next month, I am going on vacation. I did save in my sinking funds to go on vacation. Although it was my biggest sales month, which I'm glad about because I'm sold out of a lot of things, I had to spend a lot of money on inventory, so it was also my biggest inventory re-up month as well. But I will say my major goal for next month, I am going on vacation here, and I want to keep my budget under a certain amount here. So I'm gonna fill that in when I do my budget goal for September here, so you guys will see how that's set up. And just like that, you guys, we already wrapped up our budget for the month. So that's all you have to do here, my loves, to set up your budget. You want to reflect. You want to write down how you actually did for the month. Set up your goals for next month. I am going to do my income breakdown and see how much I made for the whole entire month, which is always fun. And then I'm going to set up my savings. So definitely, if you haven't set up your savings, make sure you're setting up your savings here. I have a vacation savings, emergency savings, and a business savings here, and then an investment savings. So that's what I have here when it comes to my own sinking funds. I'm not going to write down everything that my whole savings amount here. This is personal, guys. You don't have to share this with a single soul unless you want to, but I'm going to write down my savings in here and put it in my jar and how much I have in each category now. And yeah, that is how you do your budget, my loves, or wrap up your budget for the month. So thank you guys for watching. I will be posting how to set up your budget on the next video, just because I thought it would be cool to, you know, do different scenarios, show you guys this. I want to do this on a monthly basis as a series, so I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna do this every single month on my YouTube as well, so you guys who are maybe getting your plan or whatever the case is, you need help setting it up, you'll be able to watch this video in detail on how to end it and how to set it up. And we're gonna do this every month. But bye, budget babes.